The sweet spot for dad jokes is when you have one kid who laughs so hard that chocolate milk comes out his nose, while his big sister rolls her eyes so hard that she misses something important scrolling on her phone. Bonus points if your wife mutters under her breath, "I have 3 children, not 2. I'm Professor Mark Hinders, Applied Science Department at William & Mary. There's a whole genre of dad jokes surrounding diapers. The important thing to know about diapers is that in this country, the quality of adult diapers are limited by the Medicare reimbursement rates. That's why you want to be nice enough to your children so that when the time comes for you to need diapers, they will spring for the expensive European diapers, which are way more comfortable. Some years ago, my colleagues at NASA developed a portable wearable device using medical ultrasound to detect bladder fullness. The idea is that there are some people who don't recognize the sensation of full bladder and then wet themselves. Also, in the economics of running nursing homes, getting someone to the bathroom rather than having to change soiled linens matters quite a lot, both to quality of life and in terms of the cost of running nursing homes. It's often incontinence that is the thing that causes someone to go to skilled nursing. So the idea of a small wearable device for someone who doesn't recognize the sensation of having to go to the bathroom, or someone who has trouble getting to the bathroom, the device could use pulse echo ultrasound to measure bladder fullness and then send a message to a caregiver to get someone to the bathroom rather than having to change soiled linens or have them wear a diaper or some such thing. So this was the idea, and the electronics of this was fairly difficult 25 years ago or more, maybe 30 years almost. But at NASA, they had the capability in the non-destructive evaluation sciences branch, where they did ultrasound of many sorts, to build such a device. So John Companion was the senior technician and ace gadgeteer who was doing this, and John built a prototype device which he put in the branch men's room, and most of the guys in the branch agreed to measure their bladder fullness before and after they went tinkling. Right? In order to get the training data to develop in those days the electronics to measure the bladder fullness from the pulse echo measurement. An amusing outcome from those early studies was that the branch chief had by far the largest bladder capacity in the branch, which makes good sense because the job of a branch chief at a place like NASA is to attend long coffee-fueled meetings. NASA patented the technology. They then licensed that patent to someone who promised to commercialize it, but in actual fact what that company did was take that technology license, put it away on the shelf because it would have displaced their already existing highly profitable devices. Eventually that patent lapsed, it ran its course, and John Companion, who worked in my lab for many years, said, hey, let's make another try at this. Since his patent had lapsed, he could then update the technology using modern electronics, modern signal processing, make it smaller and better and so on. And I agreed that this would be an interesting thing to do. And so a few years ago, together with the nursing department and others at Old Dominion University, we developed a new, smaller, more capable bladder monitor device. So first thing that we did was build some phantoms in the laboratory. John ordered some plastic pelvis skeletons and a bunch of materials to mix up his patented ultrasound tissue mimicking gel, and he proceeded to build some phantom mock-ups with a little balloon bladder, you'll see this in red, that could be inflated, and Carol Leckie agreed, the graduate student agreed to help out with this project to do the signal processing, and also to kind of keep an eye on John because he's kind of a messy guy and he'll get this stuff everywhere. And so they worked pretty well together, built the Phantoms, and then did tests of on the Phantoms in the immersion tank in the lab, and began to develop the signal process. Because what you're after in this is the reflection that comes from the back wall of the bladder. That's the peak that you're after, and that will move as the bladder fills, and so you're looking for movement of that particular ultrasound reflection in your signal processing. Then, once the basic concept was proved, the Cara put together a portable system using a very small ultrasound device connected to a laptop. John built some custom transducers that could be wearable, maybe one, maybe two, low in the abdomen. And then we recruited nursing students at Old Dominion University to be the tests of the device. And the idea was that they would sit around and drink beer if they wanted, but I assume it was water. The protocol was IRB approved, so they drank water until their bladders got full, and then they went into the restroom, took readings on themselves, voided their bladders, took other readings, so we could get that sort of before and after thing. That worked really well. That data allowed us to refine the signal processing scheme, and then we patented the new concept. The John Companion is the named inventor, patented through Old Dominion University, and they then began marketing the newer technology, small portable bladder monitor device. Key from our perspective for the signal processing is how you automatically identify the reflection from the back wall of the bladder. In the early version 30 years ago or so, that was done through some clever hardware tricks in the electronics. Now, in a modern scenario, we did that through signal processing, and the particular signal processing technique that we're using we call wavelet fingerprint, and you'll see a few of them right here, and the three fingerprints, and they show the particular feature that we're looking for in the fingerprint, and it moves as the bladder volume changes. So, nice little project. We successfully took another run at developing this device to solve societal needs now that the electronics and computation makes it much easier to do, and then we developed and tested and proved it, and our partners patented it and set about commercializing it. I haven't noticed lately how the commercialization is going, but I'm hopeful if the day ever comes when I need such a thing in a nursing home, that I'll be in a good nursing home and it will have technology like this, so that the helpers will come and get me to the bathroom before I wet myself. I'm Professor Mark Hinders, Applied Science Department at William & Mary, as.wm.edu.